here to the candidate forum hosted jointly by the League of Women Voters and the Peekskill NAACP. Welcome this Saturday morning. And we have speakers from the League of Women Voters who are really going to look at the questions that you've submitted, and they will, she is the moderator. You'll introduce yourself as.
Yeah, so I'm Suzanne Kavik. I'm president of the League of Women Voters of Newcastle. I'm a retired physician. We actually have, I'm going to go through some ground rules and kind of give you an intro. Is that good?
That's perfect.
Okay, perfect. So thank you so much for coming out today. It's really important that you're all involved, and we're really thrilled to see such a great turnout, and thank you for the questions. I think I can read most of people's writing so far. So, like I said, I'm from Newcastle, and it's really important for you to understand that the League of Women Voters strives to be impartial. We're nonpartisan, and so we, on purpose, have the moderator be from another league. I don't know anything about your particular issues. I don't vote here in Peekskill, so I have no skin in the game. I would ask you to, because we have a lot going on today, we have a lot of candidates, and I can already see you guys have lots of questions. Please hold all applause and public comments, anything like that, till at the end, once the forum ends, so that we can get through as much as we can and you can hear what your candidates have to say. I want to let you know that the League of Women Voters is a nonpartisan grassroots political organization of both women and men, despite the name. Men are involved as well. So we don't support or advocate for any one particular party or candidate, okay? We are dedicated to the active and informed participation of citizens in all levels of government. So we work to educate voters, increase understanding and debate on major policy issues, and influence policy through education and advocacy. We take positions on policies, but not candidates or parties. The local leagues are volunteer organizations, so events like this are all volunteer, and we fund these through membership dues and donations. So here are some of the ground rules for today's forum. The order of the opening statements has been determined by lots that were drawn prior to the meeting. The order of the closing statements will also be in the same order as opening, but we're going to reverse it for the first question, and then I will alternate and reverse for further questions. Throughout this forum, no comments of a personal or abusive nature are going to be permitted. I will rule you out of order. Please don't make me remove anybody from this place. But we're going to keep this clean. Each candidate will have either a minute, that's for the council race, or a minute and a half, that's for your mayoral race and for the Board of Legislators, for their opening, their close, and answering any questions. Okay. There is a timekeeper, Mary Kirsch from the Newcastle League, will be sitting here. They're able to see, she'll be putting up signs at 30 seconds, a minute, and end. And I'll be able to see that as well. You guys have submitted questions ahead of time. If you have a question for the races that haven't yet started, meaning the mayoral and the Board of Legislators, then you can turn those in to Mary. We'll have just very quick turnover in between, so if you think of a question you want for those, please submit them to her. The questions must be brief, under a minute, and they simply cannot just be a statement. They need to ask a question, okay? And again, personal nature, abusive, any kind of attack, it's just not going to be permitted. Any question addressed to one particular candidate will be, the other candidates will have the opportunity to answer that as well. Again, they'll be giving the closing statement of either a minute or a minute and a half. And we've got a lot of candidates. We have 4 of your 6 candidates for 3 positions for the City Council, and we have 2 candidates for mayor and 2 for the board, your Democratic primary, Westchester County Board of Legislators, District 1.
Not primary.
Oh, sorry.
Right.
Not
Okay.
primary, just
right.
Thank you. Okay, so any questions? All right, we're going to start with our council candidates, and they are seated in the order that they've drawn lots from 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to begin with Mr. Mahon. Please introduce yourself and your opening.
Good morning. Thank you for being here. Thank you to the League of Women Voters for hosting this event along with the NAACP. My name is Marlon H, and I am seeking your support to become your next council member representative here in Peekskill. Over the years, I have enjoyed the growth and expansion of everything that's been happening here in Peekskill. At the same time, I have also become concerned with some of the activities and the lack of transparency with our current administration, as well as the lack of civility in dealing with the citizens here in Peekskill. So today I hope to answer your questions, gain your confidence, and help you understand how myself and the rest of my ticket intend on taking the city forward to the next level and achieving our greatest potential. Thank you.
Next is Vivian McKenzie.
Good morning. Thank you for coming. I'm Vivian McKenzie. I currently sit on the council, and I've been on the council for 6 years. I am a Peekskill Democrat. I'm supported by the Peekskill Democratic Party, a lifelong resident of Peekskill. I currently sit on the board of the Hudson Valley Chamber of Commerce. I'm a liaison to the Peekskill IDA, and I own and operate a small business here in the city of Peekskill. And for more than 20 years, I worked in the insurance industry. I hold a bachelor's degree in management from Binghamton University. I've served on the city council, as I said, for 6 years. I'm seeking re-election because I want to continue building a 21st century city that everyone can afford to live in. I bring experience to the table. During my tenure, I've worked to streamline the development and processing for planning, bringing housing development that provides housing for all, kept taxes under the tax cap, appointed the first African-American judge, appointed the first female judge, and we're making our city more energy efficient and greener, and worked with our school district to make this the best school district that we can possibly have for our children. I'm vested in the city and want to see it continue moving forward and flourish. We are a diverse city.
Thank you. Next, we have Lauren Brady.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming out, and thank you to everybody who put this together and had us here. My name is Lauren Brady, and I grew up in Peekskill. I went to preschool at Presbyterian Church, pre-K on Park Street. I went to Woodside Elementary School, or middle school, and I'm a proud graduate 2003 of Peekskill High School. I currently work for the Hudson Valley Gateway Chamber of Commerce, where I not only plan our community events, but I also work with our small businesses on a daily basis to ensure their success. I also am the founder, co-founder, and director of the This Is Me Foundation, where out of the 56 scholarships that we've given locally and nationally, over 25 have gone directly to Peekskill seniors who have faced adversity or helped others through adversity. I stand here in front of you today because I think we need to strengthen the partnership between our citizens and City Hall. I am part of a team that can do just that. We have the skills, experience, and compassion to make Peekskill the best it can be. And let's bring Peekskill together.
Thank you. Kathy Talbot.
Good morning, everybody. I wrote something down. I'm not feeling so well today. My name is Kathy Talbot. I'm Deputy Mayor of Peekskill, and I also I am a licensed clinical social worker. And I want to thank everybody for having the League and the NAACP. I've served on the Common Council for nearly 8 years and over 3 administrations. I've seen a lot and I've learned a lot about government, industry, balancing budget choices, and the importance of being an advocate for residents. I've served on numerous boards and I've been liaison, but there are 3 things that I'm really passionate about. Being a responsive citizen advocate, supporting the Paramount Theater as we develop a new management team, and continuing to make Peekskill green and reduce our carbon footprint. We've made significant progress, but there's more to do. I spend a lot of time doing council work, and I believe I'm making a solid contribution to our city. Just this week, I attended the New York Power Authority's solar conference in Albany and learned a great deal about community solar and the direction. And the direction electricity providers.
Kathy, your time is up.
Okay.
But the nice thing is, because she spoke last there, you're gonna get the first question, so you can stay standing. So, the first question is, are you satisfied with the current business and economic climate of the city of Peekskill, or do you feel that more needs to be done?
How much time for?
1 minute.
Okay.
1 minute.
I'm really satisfied in the following. I'm satisfied that our Moody's rating has been raised. I think that's wonderful, and that gives us more benefit when we go for doing bonding. We get it at a better rate. We have kept the taxes under the tax cap, and who could argue with that? And I think that we have made some really good choices in terms of bringing developers in and getting the most out of the developers. So I would say that we're in pretty good shape. Is there room for improvement? There's always room for improvement. There's room for improvement in my own finances, and there's room for improvement in the city. But as we keep going, Peekskill's a hot item right now. Everybody says that. No matter where I go in the county, people are saying, oh, you live in Peekskill. Wow, I wish I could live in Peekskill. And so there's a lot of people coming up here, and I think that's only going to help Peekskill grow and prosper.
Ms. Brady?
Could you repeat the question?
Sure. Are you satisfied with the current business and economic climate of the city of Peekskill, or do you feel that more needs to be done?
So, as I work with the Chamber of Commerce, again, I'm supporting daily our small businesses, but I do think we need a little more commercial development. We also need more job opportunities. That commercial development would open up jobs for not only all of us residents here, but a lot of our youth, so that they could learn and do better. If we look about downtown, we also need to make sure we have a Paramount that's thriving, because that's what feeds our small businesses. We need to put out a better RFP to give it better private-public partnership so that we can make that thrive, because with that, we can then expand and go into our small businesses. You know, we have so many great businesses here. A lot of them are from people that have lived here and grown up here. We need to make sure we have people walking the streets that are supporting those businesses. And, you know, especially if I speak specifically about downtown, the Paramount, people coming in, they're the ones that go to those businesses. So I think we have a lot of improvement to do in supporting small businesses, as well as creating some more commercial businesses for more jobs and more opportunity for all the people in our city. Thank you.
Ms. McKenzie?
So as a small business owner downtown, if I relied on the Paramount to bring in all my business, I'd be in a world of trouble. You cannot let one place be the catalyst to bring in business. Paramount doesn't run Monday through Friday. If it's here on the weekend and we're doing something, that's great. So we need to do more than the Paramount. Commercial business is key, and that's why we're looking at the new business that we're bringing in, that there is a commercial component to it. We are looking at technology. We have Bree Pettis, who just came in. He's bringing in jobs. He has a commercial component. He's fixing buildings on the waterfront. So these are all things that we are doing, have done, and will continue to do. When you talk about small businesses, the structure of our buildings downtown, it's not like we haven't gone out to look for commercial business, but the size of our buildings makes it very hard to find stores who want to come in and take that kind of space. So with the new development that's coming on, that gives us opportunity. But when you look at, say, a Chico's clothing store or something tattooed, they're looking for particular large space stores, and our small downtown stores don't give us that liability for it. But as we move forward with other development, we're looking to be able to do that. Thank you.
So first of all, I don't think that we should ever be satisfied. I think we should always find opportunities to grow and do better, and certainly learn from what we have been doing to date. In terms of the business and economic situation in the city today, I strongly believe that we need to strike a better balance in what is coming to Peekskill. I'm a big proponent of more commercial development to contribute to the tax base. That will also provide jobs and opportunities for the citizens here in Peekskill. I'm a big proponent for forming new private and public partnerships where we can develop programs to provide opportunities for our high school students who may not have the opportunity to go on to college, but certainly we want to keep them here in Peekskill and have them continue to call Peekskill home. I'm also a big proponent for real estate development that, again, will continue to contribute to the tax base. We have a booming rental environment right now, but we do need to have homes where people are contributing to the tax base through property taxes.
That minute goes pretty quickly, doesn't it? It feels like it might not. Okay, so we're going to start with Ms. Brady for this one. If you're truly bipartisan, then please give examples of any work you've done in the past that would be bipartisan.
So we're very lucky. We have a really great bipartisan team. I just first want to say that that bipartisan team wasn't put together just so we could have 2 Democrats to show you and 2 Republicans. It was everybody's strength together that made it a full ticket. So I've done a lot of work to show my bipartisanship. I own a not-for-profit called the This Is Me Foundation that is helping everybody with kids who face adversity, being proud of who you are. I don't care what party you are. I've been showing this and supporting our community through all different ways. You have to be open to everybody. Myself, I'm a registered Republican, and I'm proud to say that because that doesn't just key me into a certain hole. My father's a Republican, And I'm so proud of all the work he's done with Peekskill, but we disagree on a lot too. It is okay to be registered the same way and disagree. We all have to work together and stop looking at just how we're registered as a party, because I know I've been doing that my whole life, helping all of our citizens, no matter who you are, where you come from, or where you live. Thank you.
Ms. McKenzie?
So sitting on the council, when people come to the podium, you're not looking at what their party is. Half the time, I don't know what their party is. The object is to get the job done and get it done the right way for as many people as possible. Now, you can look around and you can say it doesn't matter what your political party is or this or that. There's strategic strategy and then there's strategic strategy. If you're Democrat, why aren't you running with the Democrat? If you're Republican, why aren't you running on that ticket? Whatever your strategy is, that may be it. But I'm a Democrat, a proud Democrat, and if you look at our national environment today, it really matters where you sit. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry.
So, I look at bipartisanship in terms of what do you want to do in terms of working with people? And that's what I do every day in my professional life. As a consultant, companies hire me to come in and help them solve their problems, and I tell people all the time, most of the times I don't have the answers. What I do is I bring people to the table to have a conversation and find that common ground, that middle ground to solve their problems. I am a quintessential active listener, so bipartisanship to me means listening to everyone in the community, working hand in hand to make sure that we find the best solutions for the problems that we're going to have, regardless of your political affiliation or any other divisiveness that exists today in our society. And I truly believe that with that experience that I have, I can work with the council, with other departments here in the city to make sure that we're finding the common ground and the right answers for the problems that we have here in Peekskill.
Thanks. Ms. Talbot?
Well, first of all, to me, bipartisan means working Democrats with Republicans. I mean, we all know that that's been an issue in Washington, that there's not been enough bipartisanship, right? In Peekskill, for me, I've reached out and I've gotten a lot of support from my Republican friends and neighbors. One of the best experiences I had was when I wanted to do a gun buyback program last year. And Louis Lanza happened to overhear me. We were at the same meeting. And he said, "Can I help?" I said, "You bet." So the two of us worked together. And Louis, I know, isn't my party, and I don't care. We had a common interest in pulling that, what turned out to be the most successful gun buyback program we've ever had. We've raised almost $25,000. And the fact is, I couldn't have done that without Louis, and I don't think Louis could have done it without me. So to me, that's a wonderful example of bipartisanship.
Thank you. Okay. We're going to move on to Ms. McKenzie. This is a two-part question. Where do you stand on holding the line on taxes, fines, and fees in Peekskill? And would you pledge, if elected, to try to reduce spending and work for further tax reduction in the future?
Can you repeat that?
Sure. Where do you stand on holding the line on taxes, fines, and fees in Peekskill? And would you pledge, if elected, to try to reduce spending and work for tax reduction in the future?
So, holding the line on taxes. We have kept the taxes under the tax cap since I've been on the council, with one exception. So we do that very well. We have a fantastic comptroller who looks every day to save the city money. We look constantly for any kind of grants and things that are out there. So yes, I will hold the line on taxes, and yes, we're looking to save the city money, but yet bring services to the city that we definitely need.
Thank you. Ms. Mahon.
Peekskill is an expanding city, and we have an influx of residents and visitors here on a daily basis. In terms of holding the line on taxes, fines, and fees, I would explore any possibility to do that. However, let's be realistic. As there's more demand in the city, right, we're going to have to provide the right services at the right level that we're all going to be happy with. So again, I can't guarantee that we're going to be able to hold the line, but I certainly think that we would all be open to making sure that the services that are being provided are of the quality that we want at the right cost. In terms of reducing the budget, same concept applies. the more the city has, the more people we have here, transient all living here, it's going to require money to provide the services that we want. So I would be more focused on making sure that those services are being supplied to the level and quality of your expectations, and making sure that we could do so within a managed budget.
Ms. Talbot?
Sorry, can you,
Yes.
that was a long
It's
question.
a long one.
I mean, I
Okay.
think I got the gist of it, but let me.
Where do you stand on holding the line on taxes, fines, and fees in Peekskill? And would you pledge, if elected, to try to reduce spending in the future on taxes?
We're about to enter into our budget period. I've just got, actually, it's out in the car, I've just got my first draft of the budget, the city manager's budget. And every time we go through this, and I've been on the council 8 years, we drill down and try to save every last little penny. We've had a balanced budget almost 8 years. And so I'm real happy about that. Would I save? Of course. I'm nothing if not saving. I'll tell you what, you know, I'm a senior citizen. I look around Peekskill, I see my neighbors, there's 3 of us in a row, single women, trying to keep our houses, trying to stay in Peekskill. That's something that that's my paradigm. I look at that and I say, we want to keep those people in Peekskill as the new people come in, and we have high income renters up on Fort Hill, which is great, and we have some of the other development that we have. But we have to do smart development, and we have to really drill down on the budget.
Thank you.
I'm getting that stop sign all the time.
Baby, I know, it comes up fast.
Since it's a long question, I apologize if I have to look down, trying to get. So I'm going to try to answer actually as a whole as 2 together. So in regards to holding the line and reducing our budget. So I think something that's great, we never want to raise taxes. Nobody wants to raise taxes. We all pay taxes, right? But we do need to take that budget and prioritize where our money is being spent. So the projected budget that came out last week, I've been looking into, and it appears that, and this is again is projected, so nothing is in stone, but we're down 42 employees since 2012. And that's part-time and full-time in this projected budget. And because of that, think of all the development and how much we've grown. We talk about how much we grow. And this leads back to why our streets need to be clean and all that type of stuff. So I really think in order to keep the line and then reduce, we need to take a deep look at that budget and prioritize and where our needs really need to focus and where that money needs to be spent. Thank you very much.
Okay, so we're going to move on to a question. I have several questions on the issues of fire hydrants. So, Mr. Mahon, the questions are the fire hydrants safe? Do they need to be inspected? And what would you do to correct the issue of low pressure?
I think we're all aware that over the past few months there have been several fires here in Peekskill, and through conversations with both full-time and part-time firefighters here in Peekskill, we've learned that the response to several of those fires have yielded low pressure in the fire hydrants. So first and foremost, absolutely, I think this is an issue that we need to address. It's a public safety issue, and absolutely something needs to be done. In terms of how do we go about that, first of all, I think that we need to do a comprehensive study across the city to make sure that not only is the water pressure correct, but that the fire hydrants are working. I have a fire hydrant at the corner, at the end of my driveway. I've been there for 15 years, and I can't tell you that fire hydrant has been inspected once in 15 years. So I do think that we need to take a comprehensive look and make the right infrastructure changes with the pipe system to make sure that the water pressure is up to par when the fire